Hello beautifuls, this is Aromie here, and welcome back to Cinderella Phenomenon. So last episode, it was quite heartbreaking because we lost Garland out of that whole mess of Mother's horrible teaching. Jurian, this is all mine. Not now. Her voice is quiet and all the more disturbing for it. This is all my fault. Oh, it's Waltz! Michiko, Jurian! Waltz? What is he doing here? Oh, he's so cute. Waltz comes running up to us, eyebrows creased with worry. I've been waiting so long, I was about to... He pauses, his eyes flickering to the swords in Jurian's hands. Why do you have Garland's sword? Waltz's face pales. Where is he? Gone. What? Garland is gone. Her hands tighten on the swords she holds. For a few moments her shoulders slouch, but then she turns away abruptly and continues walking. Let's go. Waltz turns to me. They said it was going to be simple in and out, so I let them go alone. What happened in there? What do I say? It was my fault? Princess, I'm sure that's not true. I glare at Waltz as tears wall in my eyes. It was my fault. Waltz falls silent as he studies my face. Then he sighs before taking my hand. We'll sort this out at the march-in. Come on. That wasn't right. I don't think. Princess? Waltz falls silent as he studies my face. Then he sighs before taking my hand. Was that alright? Maybe I had to keep talking? Alright, well, let's go back with my conclusion, my first choice. As soon as the marching doors close behind us, Jurian collapsed. Jurian! Luckily, I'm close enough to catch one of her arms, and Waltz is fast enough to catch the other. Move her to the chair. Together, we manage to guide Jurian to the chair. We set her down on it as gently as we can. I watch as she unfolds on the chair, and that is when I see the dark red slashes and tears in her clothing. Some of her wounds are open and visibly bleeding. She's still bleeding! Waltz pulls a cloth from his back pocket and hands it to me. Clean what you can, I'll get later Parfait and Rumple. It runs off, leaving me alone with Jurian. It looks like she's bleeding everywhere. I steel myself and kneel by her side. Gently I reach out and begin to wipe out the worst of what I can see. Jurian moans and I flinch in sympathy. I'm sorry. I feel a lump rise in my throat. I convinced Garland to go back. If I hadn't, he wouldn't have... Either way, I feel like one of them would have died. So. Jurian shifts slightly to put her hand on my cheek. Her touch is cool and gentle. Jurian? There's a softness in her gaze and an inexplicable kindness in the touch of her hand. After a moment, Jurian slowly nods and her eyes fall closed on his side. Wait, is she okay? Jurian? Jurian! Waltz! She just closed her eyes and she's not speaking. She's not going to die too, is she? Not if I have anything to say about it. Excuse me, Princess. Rumple gently pushes me aside and I let him, hovering over his shoulder as he crouches to inspect Jurian. Well? Princess? Wait, she's dead now? What is going on? Waltz steps beside me and gently places his hand on my arm. What? Rumple needs to work his magic now. And? So, why don't we get you something to drink, Waltz, what the hell? I'm not going to leave her. Princess, please. We should let Rumple work. I look back over my shoulder, watching how carefully Rumple attends to Jurian. Okay. Wait, where's the shiny thing? Waltz's hands acts as my lifeline as he helps me into the tavern area. My legs become weaker with every step. Hi, stranger. Delora. I only realize that I'm running to her after I barrel into her. I bury my face in her shoulders as I suppress a sob. Delora's arms come around me. Oh, this is so sad. What? Holding me tight as whatever calm facade I was holding up comes apart at the seams. Waltz, would you please get those mugs? Of course. Delora leads me to one of the benches, one of her arms still around me so she can rub my back. Oh, Delora's the best. But I don't understand. Why is this not working? No. No, it's still... Wait, what? It's still going. Wait, that's weird. Okay. No, I didn't... Ugh, jeez. Man, how long? That's... I guess we still wait. I don't know what we're waiting for. Delora leads me to one of the... Okay, we already read that. Somehow the simple gesture is helping me calm down. Michiko, are you hurt? I shake my head. Thank goodness for that. I stay in her embrace until Watts returns to place something on the table. How are we doing? I pull away reluctantly to rub at my eyes. Okay. Delora takes a mug and places it in my hand. Good, now drink. I do not question and raise the mug to my mouth. Hot chocolate. I knew it! Delora made this for me before. I take a few deep swallows of the hot, sweet liquid. Better? Yes. Michiko, can you tell me what happened? Oh! Now it comes. Mother found us in the tunnels. Jiren told Garland to get me out. My throat threatened to close, but I forced the words out. Mother is so strong and I thought Jiren might not survive. So I convinced Garland to go back, and that's when... I stare down at my mug, my hands trembling. It's my fault. It's all my fault. If I hadn't convinced Garland to go back, Mother wouldn't have killed him. The silence in the tavern is deafening. Finish your hot chocolate, Michiko. I obey without a word. Everyone is going to be so angry with me. It's my fault Garland is dead, and it's my fault Jiren is injured. Have you heard about your stepfamily? I know they're gone. Are they dead as well because of me? Hey, don't look like that. I'll have you know that I had to use a sleeping spell on Prince Rod and Princess Emmy earlier. They heard about what Jiren and Garland were going to do tonight. I don't think I would have been able to stop them from coming along on the rescue mission otherwise. What? You got them out, Princess. Varg would have killed them if you hadn't stepped in. The Queen was already waiting at the end of the tunnel on the day the Prince and Princess escaped. Alcaster must have somehow gotten wind of the escape plan, which was why he had Varg try to eliminate them then and there. Security tightened more after that day. Thank goodness. And we've been worrying about you ever since you left. Well, ever since you stormed out all those months ago. Delora smiles sad and she reaches up to push my hair out of my face. None of this was your fault, Michiko. If anything, it was mine. Mine and Parfait's for letting this happen. We tried to help you escape, but we couldn't break the shield around the palace in fear of putting everyone inside in danger. That is why we had to wait. We never thought we'd have to worry about Hildire being revived. And though we would have liked to save you outside of the palace. That's not right. I was out of the palace more than a couple of times, once with Varg and another with Mother. We couldn't put the lives of others in danger when Hildire was right there. She would have killed the citizens. Even if I'd wanted to escape the day I was with Varg, he wouldn't have let me. I gripped my now empty mug. Princess. I understand how you feel, I know it's difficult, but frankly we have bigger fish to fry. I think you realize now what kind of person Hildire is. I do. Then you know what we have to do. I know too well what we must do. In fact, I knew this was bound to happen sooner or later. I started this. I didn't know if I can fix everything, and I do not know if I can save Angeline. But no matter how long it might take, I must make things right. I finally look up at Delora and nod. We have to stop Mother. Okay, guys, it's already chapter freaking 9. Where is this relationship with Fritz going? I don't understand. Because of the severity of Julian's wounds, Rumple decided he would bring her to the nearest clinic so she could be better cared for. Anise decided to go with him, and surprisingly, Ophelia and her children opt to go as well. Now the only ones left here at the tavern are me, Delora, Watts, and Karma. They may not say it, but I'm sure they're blaming me for what is happening to Angelique right now. I need to make things right. I close my eyes as a sudden bout of dizziness comes over me. Mother has always been the person that mattered most to me. I never questioned or disobeyed her because she was so important. She was my light in days that were often so dark. But I have no choice. If Mother isn't stopped, who knows how many more lives will be at loss. The only way to stop Mother is to kill her, isn't it? I'm sorry, but this is really the only way. Yes, I know. But I do not think I could kill her myself. Delora has a knowing look in her eyes as she turns to the address Watts. We'll leave as soon as Parfait comes back from her meeting with the fairies. If you can fully use your magic, then we may actually stand a chance. Magic? What are you talking about? Watts is just a street magician. What help could he be? Don't underestimate our magician. Watts is a witch and a lot stronger than he looks. Watts is a witch? You know, I have the Neverland curse. Yes? I do not know that fairy tale, but what does that have to do with anything? Your mother was a witch that cursed me. What? But Watts, if you're also a witch, how can you be cursed? Your mother's a Tenebrae barrier, which means she has the power to punish all witches if she chooses. As to why he was cursed, Watts' expression darkens. Hildire needs to be stopped. I knew I couldn't defeat her alone, so I enlisted the help of the fairies. I betrayed her and she punished me before she died. Watts almost single-handedly brought about the end to the Great War. He's the reason we've been enjoying this peace for as long as we have. I never knew. Of course, you can only imagine how displeased Hildire was with Watts. Hildire stole my shadow and sealed it away in the Neverland. Your shadow? We really need to work on your fairy tale knowledge one of these days, Princess. Peter Pan is a boy that lives in Neverland, which is a place where children never grow up. Watts' curse means he has been frozen in a child's body since Hildire cursed him all those years ago. He cannot grow up and he can't use any magic. Well, I can still do some spells, but only simple, harmless ones. For Watts to get his magic back, he needs to find Tinkerbell, which is the key to Neverland. We need to unlock his shadow. Oh, Tinkerbell is in here! Cute! But all this time you've never found Tinkerbell? Or Neverland? I've looked everywhere I can think of. I'm sure she cast a spell on it to make it more difficult to locate. Even in the palace. Dolores snorts and I suddenly feel embarrassed. Oh, of course not. Why not? Why would Watts look in the palace first? I mean, especially considering Hildire is a queen and has numerous secret chambers for things she wants to keep hidden. Looking through the entirety of the palace for a small box might be difficult. Neverland is a box that was left to me by my parents. It's made of gold with carvings that resemble a pair of wings. What? Wait, that's in my room! It was there all along! Watts jumps at my sudden reaction. Princess? That box. I had forgotten about it, but I can vaguely remember an old box in my room that matches that description. Mother left me a trinket box and a key that matched that description. She told me never to touch the box, or to let anyone see it, if I've had it for years. All this time, Tinkerbell and Neverland were with you? Oh wow, that's so adorable! I never knew what was inside. I was too afraid to disobey Mother's orders. The thought of her giving you that box never even crossed my mind. But now, thinking back on it, it makes sense. I want to ask him what he means, but we are running out of time. I will have to ask him about it at a later time. I can get Neverland and Tinkerbell to you. I can return your magic. With Watts back to his true form, we may have a fighting chance at this. So, what do we do first? We? There's no we in this, Michiko, only us. But I just said I could help. It is too dangerous, Princess. I cannot wait to go to this route, but I am the only one who knows where to find the box. Then you will tell us where it is and we will retrieve it. It's as simple as that. I scowl at her with my arms crossed. I refuse to stay here and be useless while everyone else puts themselves at risk saving Angelique. Angelique is this way because I brought back Mother. I must take responsibility. And I will not let anyone else die at Mother's hands. Michiko. Mother is less likely to harm me. I have a better chance of getting Neverland and Tinkerbell without causing a disturbance. How can you say that after what's already happened? You're not safe either, Michiko. Oh, hello! Mother coming in again. No sooner has she said the words that a terrible blast echoes through the margin. Oh! You're not Mother! I cough as smoke envelops the tavern. A silhouette emerges in front of us, and I feel my blood turn cold when I realize who it is. Varg. Just when I thought I was safe, Varg reappears. Oops! I always forget how powerful things can get. Where previously there had been a wall made of stone sturdy and strong, there is now a sizable hole. Remnants of brick and stone collapse inward in the aftermath. The dust rises and settles around Varg's feet where he stands casually twirling his cane. Hope I'm not disturbing anything, but all the doors were locked. Karma! Delora and I turned to glance at the wall behind us where Watts is looking. Karma is standing there injured. His forehead has a large gash and one of his arms is limp and useless. He still manages to tightly grip the hilt of his sword with his other hand. Where did Karma come from? I would have appreciated you destroying less property when you knocked on the tavern door. And I would have appreciated it if you gotten out of my way when I asked politely, so I wouldn't have had to resort to explosions. Seems both of us are disappointed. What do you want, Varg? Don't we already know the answer to that question? Come on. Varg turns to look at me expectantly. I thought the stolen goods would be brought here. What did you just call me? Karma lets out a harsh laugh. Has someone told you that women do not like being imprisoned against their will? Has no one told you people that it's not good to steal? I'm not an item to be stolen or imprisoned. I bump my hands into fists. I cannot let Varg hurt anyone here. I have no idea if this will work. But if Fritz is truly fighting, then he must be able to hear my voice. Fritz! Varg growls, his eyes bright in anger as he glares at me. You need to give up on him, princess. Never! What have you done to make me love you more? Besides being mysterious, that's all you got for so far. Fritz, I know you're still there. No matter what you say, nothing will change. Fritz is gone. I honestly do not know how to pronounce this word. Is it au revoir? He won't. Varg chokes on his words and doubles over. You're being very annoying. Did it work? Out of the corner of my eye, I noticed Karma preparing to attack while Varg is momentarily weakened. But something does not feel right. Karma, stop! What? Get the princess away from here. What's happening? That voice. Fritz! Despite the fact that it is Varg standing before me, it is most certainly Fritz looking at me through those eyes. Please, I don't know how long I can hold him here. You all need to get out of here while you still can. You need to keep the princess safe. Keep her away from the palace. Watts, get her out. Get her out of here. Get her out of here now. No! I dodge Watts' reaching hand as I attempt to run toward Fritz. Keep her safe, please. Oh, that's so sad. Now! No, don't hurt him. No, Fritz is still in there. They're sharing the same body. Karma runs forward, his sword raised just as Watts grabs my hand and pulls me out of the way. Wait, is he dying too? Because this route is just going to be completely at the bottom of the list. I mean, it already is, but you know. No! Time slows as I watch Varg slowly come back to coherence. His lips curl into a snarl as he begins to bring his cane down to the floor. Delora throws her hand out, the collected light racing toward Varg. Varg stumbles back, his cane never hitting the floor. Varg growls as he glares up at Delora. Witches are so inconvenient. Unfortunately, Delora is not the only inconvenience in this room. Varg raises his cane to block Karma's next swing. Watts grips my hand and tugs. I have to go, princess. I glance back at Karma and Delora. There must be something I can do. I want to help. But no, wait. Fritz told me to follow Watts. It's okay, we can roleplay back. My eyes drift towards Varg's cane. The cane is the source of his magic. If I can get it away from him, then Delora and Karma will stand a chance. With renewed determination, I run toward Varg. Princess! I barrel past Karma and hit Varg square in the gut with my shoulder, forcing him backwards into the ground. I manage to twist the cane away from him and clutch it as Varg rises and begins to advance toward me. No time for games. Give it back. No! You really are nothing without your cane, aren't you? For a moment there is only silence as Varg freezes. I cannot read the expression on his face. What is he thinking? Varg breaks the silence when he bursts out laughing. It is a sound that heralds certain chaos. The cane is not my only weapon. I watch as Varg slip a dagger out of his sleeve. And what are you going to do with that little thing? Poke me? Who said anything about you? Wait, what? He's gonna kill himself? With a smirk, Varg brings the dagger to his neck. This dagger is more than enough to do some damage to the princess's favorite knight. Yo, bro. No, don't do this. Now that is definitely cheating. This is ridiculous. You share a body, you'll end up hurting yourself as well. Varg shrugs, and I cannot tell if he is really unconcerned or pretending to be. I'll do whatever it takes. Varg smiles at me, and despite his teeth appear to be gleaming and sharp like he has fangs. Now give me back my cane and do precisely as I tell you, or the boy dies. I stand still. I cannot look away from Varg's gaze, which is bright with triumph. If Fritz dies, you die as well. Are you not afraid of death? I was never really alive to begin with. I'm just a bit of Fritz's mind given independence. This body isn't mine, so I can destroy it and not feel a thing. It will be Fritz that suffers. Princess, don't listen to him. You know it's a trap. I know Watts is telling the truth. I can see in the look on Varg's face. I grip the cane tighter to me. Varg is lying to me. He will definitely suffer, but he's also serious about hurting Fritz. I cannot let that happen. Now do as you're told, little princess. Don't be stupid, Michiko. You'll leave everyone here alone. Varg nods, amusement flickering in his eyes. As the princess commands. Princess, don't! I am so sorry. But just as I start to move toward Varg, a bright light shines out from behind me. Hello? Parfait! The shield of light, Parfait pushes forward and past me, shoving Varg back and out through the hole he made in the wall. I turn, barely able to believe what I see. Parfait! She comes to stand in front of me. Listen closely, we don't have much time. Parfait's eyes flicker to Varg, who is shifting ever so slightly in the rubble. Even I can tell that he's only temporarily out of commission. Tomorrow midnight, meet us at the palace gates. Bring Neverland and Tinkerbell with you. But you... Do you understand? I falter as I imagine what Parfait could possibly be planning, but I have no time, and I can read nothing in her gaze. There's nothing else for me to do but nod in understanding. Yes, I understand. Parfait smiles at me as she caresses my cheek with a gentle hand. Have faith in you, princess. We all do. You'll be fine. Parfait! Parfait grabs me by the shoulders and forcefully pushes me toward Varg. Catches me, his hands firmly gripping my shoulders as I'm careened into him. Keep her safe, Fritz. Varg flinches. He is inhaling and getting ready to speak when the air around us suddenly thins and we are swallowed by light. Teleportation! When I am able to breathe again, I open my eyes and see that I am back at the palace. Parfait transport us. I become aware that Varg still has his hands on my shoulders, and I wrench free from his grip. Strange that your friends would actually send you back here with me. Seems like they'll need you to retrieve something from the palace. Varg reaches out and snatches his cane from my hands. I'm not letting you leave the palace again, princess. The palace is eerily silent, and it is as if none of the chaos that just transpired ever happened, like it was all a dream. I ignore Varg and walk back through the gates and suffocate the seething turmoil inside of me. Just try and stop me. I slam my bedroom door behind me and lock it. It's only been a few hours since I was here. It's Julian and Garland. Close my eyes and will the memories away. Now it's not the time. I must keep my promise to Parfait. I begin to search through my drawers. I could have sworn that this is the last place I saw Neverland and Tinkerbell. There it is. Tinkerbell, an elaborate golden key, is exactly where I remember leaving it. I place it carefully underneath my lamp so as to keep it hidden from sight. But where's Neverland? I nearly turn my room upside down looking for it, but I never find the golden box. It should be here. Why isn't it here? My body is heavy after all that happened today, and soon I find myself collapsed on my bed. It will be fine. I have until midnight tomorrow to find it. I'll continue looking in the morning. Varg stole it. Oh, Fritz. We're not getting much of you this storyline, which I'm quite upset for. My sleep is broken and disjointed, so when dawn comes filtering through my windows, I am already half awake. I pull myself out of bed and rub at my eyes. I need to find Neverland. I retrieved Tinkerbell from where I'd hid it and slipped the key into my pocket. Then, with renewed determination, I continued my search. Why isn't it here? It happened right next to Tinkerbell. I feel I would remember had I moved it. But I did drop Neverland months ago, didn't I? I've been meaning to get it fixed, but I always forgot. But it's not here. That means someone must have taken it, but who? But Mother and Mithras have taken it. Where should I look? I feel like the throne room is too easy, right? Dining hall? It would be easier to hide a box like Neverland among the things in the dining hall. There's no one in the dining hall when I enter. No one eats here anymore. Not since Ophelia, Ron, and Emmy left. It looks empty without them. I drag my eyes away from the large dining table. Where do I even begin to look for Neverland? Maybe I should start where the cutlery is kept. But after almost half an hour of searching, I still have not located the box. I've gone through every drawer and cupboard here, but I haven't found anything remotely close to looking like Neverland. I should look somewhere else. If Mother took Neverland, it would make sense I should want it to keep it in sight. Really? It's in the throne room? I thought that would be too easy. I thought that was too typical. Fine, throne room. Thankfully, when I get to the throne room, it is empty. But where do I even begin to look? Out of the corner of my eye, I notice something sparkle from the throne. I rush toward the throne, and I'm unable to believe my dumb luck. Really? They kept it here? I thought it was like, oh no, that's like the generic place to hide it. Let's hide it in the freaking kitchen, you know? The box is definitely there, sitting right in front of me. I found it. Why is it just sitting here? Something feels off. It's fake. If it isn't my disobedient daughter. I reach out and snatch Neverland to hold it to my chest. I have to keep Neverland and Tinkerbell safe, no matter what. Glad to see one of my servants is capable. Still, I wonder why Varg did not report its success in retrieving you. Varg did not tell her? I shall have a word with that cur. Mother walks toward me. I was not amused when you left the palace, Michiko, but I thought that sooner or later fate would send you here to retrieve something. Oh, fate as in Parfait. Or is that Faye, then? Because Parfait... Okay, it's Parfait. You were a very good girl for keeping that box safe as I told you to. But I see it was a mistake to leave it here while I was attending to Mithros's reports. I clutched Neverland tighter. This does not belong to you. Mother's voice is ice cold when she speaks. Oh? You hurt me so much last night. I hope you're not planning on leaving me again. I know you're hurting too, dearest one. I know you want to stay here with me. Mother sighs, and suddenly I can see the mother from my memories, the one that had held me close and sung me to sleep at night. If Faye hadn't interfered, you would have been so much happier. Eh? Once upon a time, she was a dear friend. We were like sisters until she betrayed me. She is no doubt going to be a different name to hide her true nature from you. But you now know. You know that she is pulling you from your birthright. You were happier when you could not remember, weren't you? What? Oh, my darling. Mother reaches for me and I cannot move as she sets a hand on my cheek. I have only ever wanted to protect you, Michiko. I have only ever wanted to be the best for you. Mother gently runs a hand through my hair. I sacrificed so much that my daughter could be a crowned princess. I do not want to erase your memories, but I knew how much it would hurt you if you knew my true nature. And I knew how sad you would be if you knew just how much your father did not love us, either of us. And all because of his ridiculous love for that wretched harlot and her whelps. The very same commoner he married after I was gone, the woman he sought to marry from the start. Ophelia. The king has loved Ophelia for so long? It's not unbelievable that he was still so loyal to her even after he had me. I should have made a good on my threat and just killed her, regardless of whether Gennaro did as I demanded. But he has always hated witches. That is why he's so cruel to you, why he was so cruel to both of us. Dearest one, we only have each other, so it was and so it will be. I am the only one that will never hurt you, the only one you ever need to love and obey. Your longing for anyone else, your memories of anything else, they are all unnecessary. Now be a good girl and listen to Mother. Run. Even though I should choose refuse, but I'm gonna run, just to check. I quickly bolt in the opposite direction. I need to get away from her. I did not get far. I crash into an invisible wall just before I can get to the door. Do you really think you can easily get away from me, child? Mother's eyes glitter as light begins to collect in her palms. I can only bear your obedience for so long, Michiko. It seems you require disciplining. Mother raises her hand, the light reflecting the cruelty in her gaze that I am now too familiar with. Knowing I couldn't outrun her, I turn my back and hold Neverland to my chest. I must protect Neverland. The air crackles and I brace myself for whatever Mother might unleash. I feel a hand on my back and then I am pushed away. I fall down on the ground hard. What was that? You! Oh, it's Laura! Did you miss me? Okay, obviously running was wrong. Refuse? A flint away from Mother's reaching hand. Mother hurt the king. She hurt so many people. She killed Garland. No! What did you say to me? I cannot let her hurt anyone else. No. I just wanted to run for, like, giggles. Did you miss me? Delora! How did you get in here? I had some help. Princess. Fritz! Fritz is oh my god! It's Fritz! Oh my gosh! Fritz runs towards me and holds out his hand to help me up. Fritz! I thought I lost you. It's only for a second, but he pulls me close to him in a hug. Oh, I would never leave you. Fritz's arm tightens around me briefly before he releases me. Both turn to face Mother. You were going to hurt her, your own daughter. This is no concern of yours, and even if it was, what could you hope to achieve? You're so much weaker than the wolf, so much weaker than Varg. Fritz's body stiffens. Even now, you only cling to a shred of control. Tell me, Sir Fitzgerald, how much longer until you're completely erased? He was strong enough to resist Varg, so much so that he was able to get me in here past your guards and your barriers. I think that makes Fritz plenty strong. I do not recall giving the traitor permission to speak. I do not think I've forgotten how you betrayed me, Delora. Oh, do not think I've forgotten. Oh, do we get to learn about that? Oh well. We're gonna learn about that in the next one. But I'm so happy that Fritz is momentarily back. He's not completely back. This story, again, is at the very bottom of my tier. Just because this route, I honestly thought we would be having more Fritz storyline. But it's more of like the actual storyline, like the background storyline about Mother mostly. And us reviving her and everything. And us just being safe and whatnot. I just feel like there's not an emotional one-to-one relationship storyline going on, so it's not my favorite, and I don't know why this section was locked at all. It kind of upsets me. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.